Total alert in the DMV. An offensive bombshell, a defensive titan running straight to hell. And a move that could change everything? This is not a drill, Commander Mania. First play, a human missile is one step away from arriving to take your star QBTO Infinity, or destroy the future of the draft. Yes, the one everyone is talking about. But what will they ask in return? Your heart is racing, and this is just the warm-up. But wait, could the same monster that tore our rival apart turn against US? The threat is real, our secret weapon is in the enemy's crosshairs, and if we don't act now, 2025 will be a slow death. Are we really going to let them walk away with our legacy for peanuts? This hurts worse than a home loss. And as if that wasn't enough, a two-ring veteran stepping into the lair to teach US how to win? But be careful, if we fail here, the secondary will be bleeding out. There are no second chances. This is not just another rumor. It's an ultimatum. Now the biggest question of all, will Washington bet on glory or settle for mediocrity? You decide, but before the window slams shut, subscribe and hit that like button. Because while others hesitate, we're going all in. Or what? You just gonna sit on the bench and watch? The bomb that will shake Washington. Tyreek Hill to the Commanders to save Daniels? Here's the truth. Have you heard it, Commanders fans? The rumor is on fire. What am I talking about? Listen up, that's right. Tyreek Hill could be heading to Washington. And no, this is not some late-night fantasy. According to Mo Moton from Bleacher Report, the Commanders must go after Miami's missile. Would this change Jaden Daniels and the franchise's destiny? I say yes. But is it that simple? Listen up, because here comes the explosive analysis. First, why Hill? That's a no-brainer. Tyreek Hill, at 31 years old, is still the fastest man in the NFL. You think a number on paper defines his firepower? Think again. In 2024, Hill racked up 1,700 yards and 12 TDs. And that was with Tua Tagovailoa. Now imagine him with Jaden Daniels, the Rookie of the Year who's already breaking records. What's Jaden missing? A nuclear weapon on the field. Terry McLaurin is a warrior, but alone. How can he carry it all on his back? Second, the engine behind the speculation. Miami might trade Hill before he retires in 2026. Moton suggests offering draft picks. And right there's the debate. Is it worth giving up future capital for a veteran? Here's what I'll say. If the Commanders believe they have a Super Bowl window right now, make the move. Or would you rather wait for some promising rookie to develop? There's no time to waste. Third, the deadly duo. Picture this, Hill and McLaurin tearing up the sidelines. Opposing secondaries would be shaking. Double teams on Terry? Hill will burn you. Deep coverage? Daniels takes off with his legs. A defenseless offense. And the impact on Daniels? He'd go from Rookie of the Year to an MVP candidate. And you all know this team is one play away from the Super Bowl after falling to the Eagles in the NFC Championship game. But that's not all. Here comes the counterattack. The problem? Hill is under contract until 2026 with a massive cap hit. If Washington trades for him, can they restructure his salary without losing key pieces? Plus, Hill will turn 32 in March. How much juice does he have left in those legs? And what if his production drops after 2025? That's the risk. But aren't great victories built on risks? And now, the million-dollar question, are future draft picks really worth more than a legit Lombardi shot in 2025? Let me remind you. The Commanders have a young, cheap, and electric QB. Now is the time to surround him. A Super Bowl would justify everything. Or do you want to hoard picks for a future that's never guaranteed? Fans, this is bigger than a rumor. This is a historic crossroads. Personally, I'd pull the trigger. Hill wouldn't just elevate the offense, he'd send a message to the NFC. Cap issues? They'll figure it out. Age risk? Tyreek is a machine. But now, I ask you, what would you do? Would you trade 2 first-rounders and a second for 2 seasons of Tyreek Hill and a shot at the title? Drop your takes in the comments. Bobby Wagner might switch sides to join the team that knocked US out of the playoffs. Yes, you heard that right. The same Tampa Bay that we humiliated in January with Wagner's epic 4th and goal tackle now wants to steal our human tank. But how is this even possible? Who in their right mind thinks a veteran of his caliber should strengthen an NFC rival? I'm telling you now, something fishy is going on here. First, the facts: our star linebacker is in negotiations, but Tampa Bay has entered the scene looking to replace Levante David. Reports say they might offer $7.2 million. So now I ask you, Commanders fans, are we really going to let a defensive titan slip away for pennies? Do you think this franchise should give up legacies just because they won't open the checkbook? Because I don't. Listen to me. If Wagner signs with Tampa, it would be a historic backfire. The man who gutted Mayfield in the NFC Championship wearing the enemy's jersey? It's like Batman joining forces with the Joker. This is sports blasphemy. And here's my tough question. Is the front office underestimating the value of a locker room leader? Because Wagner doesn't just bring tackles, he brings respect. Or have we forgotten how he dominated the defense during that 6-game winning streak? Now then, what should Washington do? I'll say it loud and clear. Pay whatever it takes. $7 million? Make it 9. A vacation in Dubai for Bobby? Josh Harris can pay for it himself. We cannot allow a direct rival to get stronger with our own blood. Or are you seriously telling me you trust Jamin Davis to hold down the defense on his own? And watch out, this is a trial by fire for the new coach. If he lets Wagner go, what message does that send to the locker room? That anyone is replaceable? Come on! Without Wagner, this defense goes into rebuild mode. And we want a ring, not excuses. You know where I stand. Now it's your turn. Should the Commanders outbid any offer for Wagner, or is it time to invest in young talent even if it means giving up on the playoffs? 2 Super Bowl rings. 2-time champion with the Kansas City Chiefs. And now possibly in Washington? Here's what I'll say. Justin Reid, the Chiefs safety, could be the missing piece this team needs to take that leap we've all been waiting for. Why? Let me break it down for you. Yes, I know. Safety? But that's not even our biggest need. Of course not. But what if I told you Jeremy Chin and Derek Forrest are on their way out? Can we really afford to lose 2 key players on an already shaky defense? Now tell me, what's worth more, risking a hole in the secondary or bringing in a veteran who knows how to win? Justin Reid isn't just coming to play, he's coming to teach winning. And here's the issue, folks. Dan Quinn, that man doesn't sleep. Marshawn Lattimore is out there, sure, but would you trust a veteran who loses his cool time and time again? I wouldn't. Reid has the ice-cold mindset of a champion. Leadership? This guy screams champion from the locker room to the field. Ben Rolfe of Pro Football Network isn't just talking nonsense. Listen, Reid is no rival when it comes to leadership and knowing how to win. What more do you need? Washington needs veterans with guts, not just talent. Or are we going to repeat the same story over and over, potential overproven results? And here's the thing, this goes beyond interceptions or tackles. Reid is the kind of guy who tells a rookie, look, this is how you win. How many guys in that locker room have rings? 0. Dan Quinn is building a culture, and what better way to cement it than with a 2-time champion driving it home? But pay attention. The top priority is keeping Chin or Forrest. Yes. Chin, with his versatility, is a GM. But if one of them leaves, are you really going to bet on an unproven rookie? Or bring in an alpha like Reid, someone who has already been through the wars? I'm telling you, leadership wins in February. And now, my final question, Commander Nation, do you believe locker room leadership is just as important as individual talent? Because if Reid comes in, it's not just a signing, it's a statement. We're here to win, not just participate. Let me hear you in the comments. Would you rather Washington bring in Reid or focus resources on other positions? Commander Nation, your team needs your voice. Would you trade 2 first-round picks and a second-round pick for Tyreek Hill for 2 seasons and a real shot at the ring? I know my answer, but I want yours. Would you risk the future of the draft to win now or protect the picks? Bobby Wagner is on the market. Should the Commanders pay whatever it takes for his leadership, even if it means sacrificing this year's playoffs? Or would you bet on young and proven talent and start from scratch? Your decision could change everything. Final question. Would you strengthen the secondary with a top safety like Justin Reid, or would you use those resources somewhere else? This is the time for bold decisions, Commander Nation. Drop your answers in the comments. Subscribe, turn on notifications, and join the Commander family. Ready to make history together? And remember, hail to the Redskins!